Good morning, everybody. I'm Nate Eaton in Idaho Falls on the scene of an officer-involved shooting that happened late Tuesday night in this stairwell right behind me. We're on Clubhouse Circle, and according to police and many neighbors that I've spoken to, this all began around 10 o'clock when a man living in the upstairs apartment here was trying to get inside the unit. He was arguing with a lady who was inside, yelling, carrying on. She would not let him into the apartment. Well, officers were called, police were called to the unit. When they arrived here, the man, according to them and according to the neighbors I spoke with, was belligerent with them. He was not following commands. He was at the top of the stairs, according to the neighbors, and the police were down here at the bottom. At one point, he pulled out a gun and he shot toward the officers, two officers who were down here at the bottom. They returned gunfire, striking the man, and he was killed. Now, I want to show you, there are still markings here in the side. There's the one bullet entry in the siding of the apartment. And then if we go up here to the top, a bullet entered here through the siding, affecting the frame of the door. Of course, this was very startling for people who live here in the complex. A lot of young children. I spoke with a neighbor. They have a newborn and a kindergartner. They heard this whole thing happening outside their door. Here's what they told me.
He was banging on the door, being belligerent. Sat there and watched him for probably 10 minutes, on and off. And it just kept progressively getting worse and worse. It looked like he reached in his back, pulled out a gun, aimed it down the stairs, kind of at the cars. He was fighting with the cops. He getting real crazy with the cops. And probably 5 minutes after I walked away, after I saw cops working their way up the stairs, that's when we got around the corner at our house and bang, bang, bang.
So what were you thinking during all this?
I was just really scared because I didn't know that it was going to escalate to that. We hear them fighting a lot, so we know that it tends to get a little dramatic over there. But I didn't know it was going to lead to this big of a thing.
Now, the officers who were involved in this shooting have been placed on paid administrative leave. That is department policy whenever there is an officer-involved shooting in Idaho Falls. The Critical Incident Task Force, which is comprised of officers from multiple agencies in East Idaho, they are investigating this situation. Rexburg Police are taking the lead on that. I spoke earlier with Bonneville County Prosecuting Attorney Randy Neal. He was here on the scene. He told me that he wants a thorough investigation done on this, and he wants to be sure that everything is looked at. They are going to review body camera footage. They're going to review any sort of evidence that other neighbors might have, photos or videos, whatever they can find, to be sure that a thorough investigation is done. This was the second officer-involved shooting last night, Tuesday night, within about the same hour of each other. One happened in Bingham County, and then this one happened here in Idaho Falls. We have all of the information on the Bingham County one on eastidahonews.com. We also will continue to update this story throughout the day as we learn more. The names of the man who was killed here has not been released, and the names of the officers, they have not been released yet, but we expect those to be released in the coming days here. The neighbors did tell me that the man clearly was not cooperating with officers when they were giving him commands to put the gun down, to listen to them. He clearly was not cooperating with them. And at one point he said multiple times, quote, "These guys are going to effing kill me. They're going to effing kill me." So that is what we know here from the scene in Idaho Falls. Of course, we will keep you updated on East Idaho News throughout the day. Reporting in Idaho Falls, I'm Nate Eaton, eastidahonews.com.